Good morning, Lake Shea here. It's day 34 of my 108-day juice fast, and I want to talk about something that I bet most of you have experienced, which is the gradual disintegration of discipline and interest in the fast. So yesterday I was cooking lunch, as I often do, a meal for a friend who was coming for a meeting, and so I cooked meatloaf because he's not a vegetarian, and I cooked some roasted vegetables because it's pretty cold here where we are. And we had the meeting, and I was cleaning up, and I reached down and very consciously, but actually driven by habit, but with my eye on it, I took a bite of potato and onion. And now, potato and onion is no big deal. That's not, worse things could happen in your belly and your body. But what I realized was over the last 3 or 4 days, I had been experiencing a gradual loss of interest in the fast. And why not? It's 34 days. It's a long time for a new habit. And the new habit is obviously not yet stable. So I also experienced a sense of desire, and I experienced a sense of kind of poor me, having juice all the time, and everybody else is having all this good, that whole 9 yards. I don't think I need to list that because I bet that you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I talked to one of my juicing friends last night, and we decided to have a little plan. We decided to double down for 14 days. And what I mean by doubling down is we decided to drop the smoothies and go back to the simplest thing that we were doing. So for me, I've got about 5 juices, and they're all the colors of the rainbow, and I really like those juices, and they're really simple, and they require very little decision making. So, and in that way, very little willpower, and they're all very tasty. So my agreement with myself was for the next 14 days, I'll double down, super simplify, go back to making my juices pretty much on time. So you can see I've got a grapefruit juice here for breakfast. Make my juices on time, make my juices really simple, make them according to recipes more or less. No smoothies, so I'm not thinking 1 banana, 2 bananas. Gosh, could I have 3? I wonder if I could push the envelope. I'm not going to that place. Just really simple down for 2 weeks to kind of get back in the groove. I watch the channel of Rod Osborne, who's lost I don't know how many pounds, but the guy's lost. It has to be over 100. He looks fantastic, and he's about my age, so I find that loss interesting. And he's a Christian. I find his talk about his spiritual tradition is also interesting and inspiring to me. And he offered to send out a schedule of what he does. And what I noticed that Rod does is he does so many days of raw, so many days of juice, so many days of water fasting, and so many days of raw. He shakes it up a little bit. And I got to thinking about that, and I'm not too interested in water fasting for me at this time. I don't have a severe disease that I'm trying to heal or something that would make me think that water fasting is the right protocol for me. But I really got thinking that maybe Rod is onto something by shaking it up and breaking things into small chunks. So I know that some of the others of you do that too. You'll say this week is the power week, or this week is the focus on greens, or this week is raw energy, and you're having a little project for a week or so. See what you can do to ramp up the energy. And I also just think, as human beings, myself especially, we get bored. And so it doesn't hold our attraction anymore. We've got it worked out. And the minute we do that, we kind of go to sleep on what we're doing. So that's my project for the next 14 days. I guess I'll call it doubling down. And I also fueled it up with a commitment to a fellow juicer, and that makes me feel always, I'm in it for me, but I'm also in it for this person too. So I have a little bit of integrity and honesty and probably some pride mixed in there. But if that's the horse I'm on, I'm happy to ride it to the end of a successful 2 weeks in the juice fast. Anyway, thanks for your videos and your comments and your emails and your posts on the Juice Club. Keep those coming. And if anybody out there is watching this having a hard time and you want to join us in the 2 weeks of doubling down, come on board. More the merrier. See you tomorrow. Cheers, my juice buddies. This one's for you. Grapefruit never fails, never.